Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. And today we are potentially starting a new series with fruit dragons. So I was inspired by the image that'll pop up on the left here. And I thought that the MFT Magical Dragon set would be kind of perfect for this. I do have a few other dragon sets that I might try out with this. But I really had like this vision of really the dragon fruit dragon, but I wasn't really sure what to do with the background and whatnot, so I decided to go with an orange one just because I have this stencil set from Pretty Pink Posh. I forget what it's called, but it's like citrus background or something like that along those lines. I'll link it down in the description below. I've had it for quite a while, but it really does like a really cute graphic like orange slice background, but you could use it for grapefruits and lemons and limes and like whatever other kind of citrus fruits you want, which is why I was kind of like, oh, I could make this into a series. Not necessarily that I would use this background every time and do the same kind of layout, but like, you know, it's just kind of inspiring. Like maybe even if I do ink blend this panel in the different colors and then just maybe cut them in different ways, maybe use one as a full background like I did here, one as a banner, one as like a half card, you know, kind of thing. But, you know, I just thought it would be really cute. This would be a really cute set if you wanted to like gift it to somebody for them to give the cards away. So if you wanted to do again like orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit, kind of maybe blood orange or something, like make it into like a set of 5. You could just do the same background in the different colors, color the dragons a bit differently, and then give it to them as a set, which I think would be really cool. It would also be a fun idea if you ever have to gift to like a craft market event where they do like a penny sale table for fundraising or whatever. If you need to donate to that sometimes. So if you had to do something like that, you could do a gift set of those cards to give away, and you can either make them all thank you cards, all birthday call cards, all like just because cards, you know, whatever. In the past I've done the MFT Berry Special Birthday stamp set with like a bunch of different rainbow pattern papers in the background, just like quick and simple cards that are like really cute, and you can quickly make them up and have them ready for the donation table. So that's another idea. Again, I thought I could do this as part of like a mini series or something, and then if there's specific like fruits you guys would like me to try doing the dragons in, I could do that. Again, I'm not going to use this set every single time, but I do have I think 3 or 4 other dragon stamp sets that I could use, but like this would be like a super fun card to do with watermelons and strawberries, and you know, I could do again all the citrus fruits. I could do the dragon fruit, which I showed earlier in the video, and I just need to figure out what I want to do with the background for that one, but I do want to do that one for sure. But I'll create a playlist for these, and maybe I'll just sprinkle them in as random like bonus Tuesday videos, just like I did for today. Again, I've had this idea in my head for quite a while, and I wanted to do this earlier, but then I had to bump it for some Father's Day stuff. And I just wanted to really play around with this idea. So I did a few of the tester images, which you see the colored orange dragon at the top there. That was my tester one. The belly on that one's a little bit too dark and a little bit too on the yellow side for me. So I am going to color it a little bit differently, but otherwise it's pretty much going to be like the same colors. You'll see me color that in here in a minute. I'm also going to be using my happy birthday stamp die because I'm making this into a birthday card for a friend. And I am leaving a portion of the footage for the sentiment on here right about now, because originally I wanted to do this in the green shadow with the orange, like the lightest orange shade that I used. And you'll see that here in a bit, fully assembled. I think that there's a few seconds of it on here, but I didn't think that it looked good. Like there wasn't enough contrast in it, and it kind of just like blended into the background. So I do end up cutting it with a white shadow layer and then a slightly darker green option. So this is like almost like the matte on the citrus panel that I did was kind of like the lightest shade of green in the dragon, and then the happy birthday sentiment was in like the darkest shade of the green for the sentiment. And the green on the white just stood out so much better and it made the card look so much nicer. So I end up going with that. But for now, I'm just going to color the dragon in, and I did it so that like the dragon's skin was like the rind of the orange, the belly was like the inside pulpy portion, and then the accents on the dragon, so his horn, his ears, his wings, and spine are all in like a green that would be on like the leaf or something like that. And then even for the belly, I tried to add a little bit of texture into it. So I kind of add 2 shades of that like lighter orange color just to make it almost look like it's like textured on the inside. I'm also going to be adding some white gel pen accent to that as well, which you'll see here in a second. But again, like I just try to do a couple of like small lines into each section just to like highlight some of those areas so that it looks like the juicy inside of an orange, right? So I'm just adding a few more dots here for texture. And I really like this dragon. He's super cute. I've never colored the dragons like this before. Like generally I like to do them pretty, I don't know, standard, where you do like a purple dragon or a pink dragon with the pink belly in a lighter color, or I'll do a white dragon and then do the belly portion in a rainbow or something like that, you know? So it was actually kind of fun to see how you would lay it out this way for doing it in the like fruit colors. So I'm interested to see how different fruits like kind of pan out either with this image or with different dragon images. But you can see here, this is the happy birthday in the orange and the green, and it just like gets lost. It's not like it's a terrible sentiment. I am trying to darken it here with a marker. I should have just cut like a darker orange cardstock, but it does look much better in the darker orange. But I think I made a mistake and I went on the green a bit, and I was just like, you know what, forget it. Still not super happy with it, so I kind of just gave up and then went to the white with the green on it instead. Also, this die, the way I cut the panel, it's like pretty much the exact same width. So I am going to be putting this on an angle, which you will see here in a second, but apparently I just keep flip-flopping things on this. So I'm just adding those white highlights now, a couple of dots here and there for a little bit more texture. And then I'm going to add those lines onto the belly just to make it look more like a, you know, juicy inside of an orange, which is kind of weird, but at the same time, it's super cute. It definitely does help. And then that's our dragon. You can see the difference. I actually totally forgot to restamp this image, which I'm kind of hating at the moment because you can see how much better the one on the left is just because I restamped the black lines. But I don't hate it completely. Like it's good because the tone of the card is very like light and airy and like fresh. So I'm not hating it completely, but I wish I did restamp those lines for the, you know, the better black. And here I am playing around with the layout. Again, because the sentiment is pretty much the same size as the panel, I don't want to put it straight. And then I do want to make sure that it's on the same angle as the other like citrus slices, just so that it's not creating different angles in there and looking weird. I felt like the background was a little bit too bold. So I am going to cut a layer of vellum to go over top of it. I'm cutting it the exact same size of the panel. If I didn't glue all this down before, I probably would have cut it maybe an inch bigger and wrapped it around the sides so that I can glue it down that way. But because I did it afterward, I'm just going to cut it to the exact same size as the panel that I need. And then I will just adhere it behind where I'm putting the dragon and the sentiment, which is why I'm placing those now. And off camera, I noticed that the edges were curling up a little bit. Like you can see that it's curling here now. I'm going to flip that down here, just so that it curls towards the base of the card. But I noticed that once I had this adhered down, the edges weren't as good as I wanted them to be. So I added the tiniest bit of glue into each corner, and I think I did it the 2 top corners and the bottom right one. I don't know if I did the bottom left one or not. But I added them on to the white sections of the card, so you really don't see that they're there. Like, I added it into the top right in the very center of that orange slice, and then same at the bottom right, just in the middle. And then at the top, I think I adhered a little bit beside like the juicy bits that are squeezing out of the oranges. And again, because it's like vellum on white, it's kind of like white on white, you don't see it at all. Like, you don't notice the glue. If you do, you could try adding, I've seen people add brads to the corners. You could add the glue and then put gems in each corner if you wanted to, just to cover up the glue. But again, because I'm doing basically white on white, it doesn't really show through. If you were putting this on a colored cardstock, then it likely would. But I didn't have a problem with that today. So next time, though, I would definitely make it wider and just tuck it behind the 2 sides. And I'm just going to add a few gems here just as like an extra little like dewdrop kind of thing. And that's our card for today, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your favorite fruit is. What kind of fruit dragon card would you like to see? I'll add it to my list. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I'd love to have you here. I'll be back again Friday for another Father's Day card video. And yeah, so until next time, thanks guys. Bye.